Kenny Bell, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, doing a little work at my store, but other than that, I've been doing okay.
Well, good deal, good deal. Kenny, let's start with kind of giving us an update on what you're up to these days. And I see the Twitter photos, trying to keep up with you that way, but I know all the Alabama fans want to kind of get an update on Kenny Bell.
Well, I just been doing a little coaching and giving back to the neighborhood kids, coaching my little boys and they little pee-wee football. They just started tackling them, got their first game come Saturday at 10:45, and I recently just got back into grad school at Grambling State University, so trying to get my sports administration master's in it. So other than that, everything been cool, just working and just staying out the way and trying to stay positive about everything.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I love the Twitter photos and when you've got your kid and that you put up on the Twitter account. Any resemblance? I mean, does he look like a young Kenny Bell?
Well, they both, you know what I'm saying, look like me in their own way. You know, I just pray they be better than me, that's all.
Now, do they have the same speed as Kenny Bell?
Well, I know for sure one of them do. The other one, you know what I'm saying, he work hard just, trying to get fast like me, but, he on his way.
Well, absolutely. Well, man, it is great to be able to catch up with you and talk some Alabama football. When you reflect on your days here under the greatest college dynasty that we've ever seen in college football and your time with Nick Saban, what is that favorite memory of yours that you reflect on your time here in Tuscaloosa?
Well, favorite memory I enjoyed the whole time. I was actually just talking to some fans the other day that just coming to the store and just speak and ask me about, my time playing at Alabama. But like I tell them, I enjoyed it every, I'm saying, just meeting the new people, hanging with AJ, and just pretty much just learning from the best coach in college football, and then scoring the flea flicker at Auburn, which is always a classic. It gets brought to my attention almost every year. So I just don't have just one favorite. I have a lot of them.
What is the one thing, as we don't get a chance to know Nick Saban the way that you got a chance to know him here during your playing days at the University of Alabama, but what is the one thing that maybe we misunderstand about Coach Nick Saban?
Yeah, I mean, he's a coach that's he don't get your best out of you. You know what I'm saying? He just, not only on the field, but off the field too. And he gonna really get you prepared for life after football, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing, that's why I love so much about Coach Saban, even though people might see the image of him being hard, but at the same time, he got a lot of love for all his players, and he just wants them to be great on and off the field and after football.
All right, so let me ask you this. What'd you think about that big game down in Orlando? Did you have a chance to watch it? Maybe your observations?
Yeah, I make sure whenever the time playing, I make sure I'm off or I have it up on my phone. I mean, the talent they got, you know what I'm saying, with the young receivers and the running backs and the defense, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I enjoy sitting there watching. I mean, they got so many weapons on the offensive side that you don't know who gonna hit at that moment. And then, you know what I'm saying, I was real impressed by Shaheem Carter, which is a Louisiana native, and I like that the safety Thompson. I like the way he got a heart to come down and hit you and everything.
Well, you talk about state of Louisiana products. You think about Devontae Smith. I mean, man, we just like. I'm not saying we're dominating that state, but we get our pretty good fair share out of that state.
Yeah, not to throw shade on anybody. Everybody know that if you want to win, we need to go to Tuscaloosa and get that ring.
Well, I mean, think about it. Every player that Nick Saban's ever recruited has walked out with jewelry. I mean, out of Tuscaloosa. Right. I mean, think about that. I mean, it's pretty remarkable when you look at your playing days here at the University of Alabama. I want to go back and ask you from a wide receiver perspective. Let's go back to Jeudy. That first throw from Tua, and we all thought he was kind of down, right? I mean, he was making moves, but Jeudy continued trying to find a way to get open. Tua found him. Kind of analyze that play and maybe even a wide receiver, give him some credit for not even giving up and still trying to work his way open.
Yeah, that really pretty much just come from this practice in the off season, and that's come from Tua having trust in Jeudy and him just learning the game and having trust in his quarterback to get him in the position to score and staying active. I mean, you never, with a quarterback like that, even with Jaylen when they scrambling, you never want to just give up on anything, you want to make sure you stay active because, you know what I'm saying, like I said, that was a good move he made. He thought it was down, then out of nowhere, he just threw it, and then it was a touchdown. So you just want to stay active with a quarterback that's always on the move and his eyes are always down the field.
Well, and I want to spend a little time talking about defensive side of the football. When you look at practice here in Tuscaloosa, you had a chance to go up against, I call it, one of the best defenses ever in college football history, 2011. That defense was so stout. How much did that team make you guys better in really the explosion of 2012? But how much going up against that defense Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practice make you guys better?
Well, you know, by Coach Saban being very defensive minded, you know what I'm saying? Like, you going against some of the best defensive players, it really just makes you better. And like I said, like, you know, by me redshirting my freshman year, having the chance to go against Kareem Jackson, Dante Hightower, Rolando McClain, you know what I'm saying, Marquise Johnson, and Mark Barron, it really just got me better, you know what I'm saying? It just really helped me, you know what I'm saying, get myself better to go against other competition. You know what I'm saying, make me dominate against them. So, you know what I'm saying, it just, the corners that Alabama got, they real good, and it's just really just making those young receivers just even better now.
Let me go back and ask you about the true freshman, Jaylen Waddle, number 17. He also returned a few punts, but a very elusive player. I know he's a young player, but, man, he grabbed our attention in that initial first game.
Yeah, well, he shocked me, you know. Like I said, I really didn't get a chance to, like, keep up with all of the recruits that came to Bama this year, but just a few. But, like, you know, watching him, he got all the tools that it takes to make himself very dangerous in the return game, especially receiver, because I like his speed and everything, his heart he had.
Hey, Kenny, let me go back to another part of that game with Nick Saban. Does he coach harder after a big win or than he does maybe a win that, you know, you play your best, but maybe you beat a team 7 or 10 points? How much harder would Nick Saban coach after beating a team 51-14?
Well, he pretty much gonna be the same coach no matter we play somebody good or we play somebody bad. He just want to make sure that we give out 110% at all costs no matter what. So he gonna bring that same assistance every practice, every game, every week he doesn't matter. So he's gonna be the same coach no matter. All
right, a couple of more questions. We're talking with Kenny Bell, big-time national champion here at the University of Alabama. And, Kenny, I want to go back for just a couple of minutes and ask you, Christian Miller. Now, I'm not saying this to embarrass Christian Miller by no means. Listen, Christian Miller is a great leader. We've been covering him since his high school days. But he got chewed out by Nick Saban. Kenny, I want you to go back. Can you remember a moment that Coach Saban was unhappy with Kenny Bell and you sort of got that butt chewing that he talks about quite often?
Yeah, I mean, it had to be like when we was going against my freshman year, red shirt, and we was going against the scout team, and I was messing around, just joking around, wasn't paying attention. And when I say he got on me tough. But you know what I'm saying? He just made me like when we out there, it's all serious business. We got to make each other better.
I got you. Well, he certainly listen. When I watch him in practice, you know, he could tell which players need rough coaching, which players he's got to handle in a different way. But, man, he's a lot of fun to watch in practice. And for those who think he may be slowing down, I invite you to come to one Thursday practice and watch that good-on-good period, and you tell me he's slowing down. There ain't no slowdown in a guy by the name of Nick Saban in Tuscaloosa.
Right.
Hey, Kenny, let me get into another couple of conversations. Anything outside of Alabama as far as college football that grabbed your attention as you watched the weekend of action?
Well, pretty much I just, you know what I'm saying, like that's the only time I really, like I said, I be working and, you know, making sure my kids and everything is straight. I really thought that was like the only thing I really got a chance to really get watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't really too much pay attention to a lot of the outside stuff going on. I just like to stay in my own little shell and really just mind my business. But, you know, so that's really pretty much, I don't really keep up with too much that don't have none concern with me like talking about.
I got you. Well, Kenny, are you going to make it back to Tuscaloosa for any games? Do you have any plans of making it back to T-Town?
I plan on it. You know, I always at least try to bring one kid from like an area school where I'm at, just go down there, just let them experience it. And then my little boy's God's parents stay down there too, so I'm gonna try to make one game and come down there because I was down there just for the A-Day with Ha and all those. So,
man, it's pretty special what you guys were able to create
yes,
in the dynasty that continues. Kenny, thank you again for spending some time with us here in Tuscaloosa, and I'll invite people, man. You have a lot of fun on the Twitter account. It's straight up at the Kenny Bell. Kenny, as always, thank you for being a part of the show, and I hope you have a great afternoon.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a nice day, too.